Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode podcast to talk about our favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. Huge shout out to the people that are currently in the chat right now. We got Michael, we got Jakai, we got AJ, Jean-Paul, Adrian, Dra, Richie. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a huge favor, smack up the like button. Do it on your way in. Appreciate you guys for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're just going to have a relaxing live stream. That's what we're going to have today. I was going back and forth and trying to think to myself, what can we talk about today? What can we talk about today? We are on a Wednesday and we are on the bye week, right? We're on the bye week and we're on a Wednesday. What can we talk about today? So, obviously, scrounging around multiple social media platforms, I ended up coming across this specific tweet, and I was like, okay, hey, let's dive into that, right? Let's just talk about it. Now, we will be focusing on the chat as well. If you guys have any questions or if you guys just like to communicate amongst each other, please do so here. This is an opportunity for you guys to obviously communicate with other Cardinal fans worldwide, ladies and gentlemen, worldwide. So, get involved in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. So, I ended up seeing this specific tweet I guess it's called a post now, whatever. I still call it tweet. So I ended up seeing this. Check this out here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out here to Jason OTC from Over the Cap. Yo. Okay. So right now, the Cardinals are 6-4, right? We're 6-4 right now. Can the Cardinals sustain this level of success? Now, yesterday I was on the roundtable NFC West live stream that we do every Tuesday, 7 p.m. AZ time. If you guys don't know what it is, check it out. We go live every Tuesday where we end up chatting up with a 49ers content creator, Rams content creator, and a Seahawks content creator. And there's still a lot of doubt, right? There's still a lot of doubt within this Arizona Cardinals, I guess, team. There's a lot of doubt because of what has happened in the past, right? And what I mean by the past is the Cardinals starting off really, really hot and then come crashing down in the end of the season. Now, I don't know. I feel a little bit of different. I feel different with this regime, right? This regime is different with Jonathan Gannon and just the maturity level that we're seeing here from Kyler Murray. We're seeing a level of, I don't know. I have more confidence that I don't think they're going to allow this moment to slip away from them, right? Now, yes, we're 6-4. We started off the season at what was it, 1-3? I believe it was. And yeah, emotional roller coaster. We have gone like this, up and down, up and down, up and down this whole freaking season long. But now heading into the bye week, and I end up coming across this tweet, and it says this: teams with the most projected cap room for 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Cardinals are going to have upwards of $101 million of cap next year. Now, what is the foundation of what this Arizona Cardinals team has done so far? Drafting, right? That's what they do well. Now, if you guys didn't watch the most recent video that I posted, it's probably about 20-30 minutes ago. They ended up posting it, and just seeing what the Arizona Cardinals rookie class is so far in the Monty Ossenfort era has transpired to, there's a lot to be excited about. There really is. There's a lot to be excited about this Arizona Cardinals organization for the future, right? And we're not just talking about 2024. We're talking about 2025 and ever, right? 2025 and ever. Now, I'm not going to sit here and promise anybody a Super Bowl, but are we potentially going to see a consistent team moving forward? I hope so. I hope so, because one thing that I've been preaching, right, since the beginning of this channel is that the Cardinals need to get better at drafting, right? And that's when I was talking about the Steve Keim days, right? We're never good at drafting, so we can never build a foundation in a 53-man roster because we were never good at it. Keim was never good at it. But with what we're seeing from Monty, right? The drafting is his forte, right? It's his forte. So imagine a world where the Cardinals head into next season with projection of $101 million. And guess what? Let's say the Cardinals hit the playoffs, right? Let's say I don't know, right? I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to go deep in the playoffs, and I'm not going to say we're going to sit here and be one and done either, right? I think the destiny of this Arizona Cardinals organization is within their own hands. The West is in their hands right now. And although there's still a lot of doubt within the NFC West, other fan bases, because of what has happened in the history, I think the Cardinals have a really good opportunity looking at the remaining of the season, right? So what can the Cardinals do with this amount of money, right? Because it's a lot. It's a lot of money. Look at the rest of the other teams. You got the Patriots with 125. You got the Raiders, and then you got the Commanders, and you got the Bears, and then you got the Vikings. The crazy thing is that you actually have the Patriots, which has the most amount of cash, or the projection of the most amount of cash heading into 2025 with 125, and they're technically in rebuilding right now, right? Now, to me, I always kind of felt like it's hard for me to grasp that the Cardinals are rebuilding with the franchise quarterback. Now, we could have labeled that last year with Kyler Murray being eight only playing 8 games last year, right? Yes, you could have said that, but I don't know. I feel like the start of this year with Kyler Murray, there was a lot of question marks, right? But now with the 4-game winning streak, we're all riding this high right now. We're all riding this high where we could potentially make some noise. We potentially could make some noise here. And imagine the Cardinals do go to the playoffs, right? With the roster that we have, and then you add the pieces with this $101 million. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say the Cardinals are going to spend this $101 million because, A, there's a couple other people you need to really know of, right? Buda Baker. Are the Cardinals going to make him the highest paid safety? I truly feel like the Cardinals should. Maybe not the highest paid safety, but he should be up there, right? Buda Baker should be getting extended. Now, I'm not saying this year. Maybe their focus is on the offseason, but Buda Baker, I would love to see him in a Cardinal uniform and retire as a Cardinal, truly. James Conner, that's another big question mark out there. What's going to happen with James Conner? Are we going to bring him on a 1 or 2 year deal? I mean, he's still running really, really hard, and it's still one of the best freaking running backs in the entire NFL, right? So there's a lot of things to be noted about what the Cardinals could potentially do in this offseason. Now, granted, it's November, right? We're in November football right now. The last 2 years, we were already talking about the offseason. How crazy is that, right? Now we're talking playoffs, right? Now we're talking playoffs. It's crazy how a team can change from 1 year to the next. We were literally the worst in the division last year. And now in 10 weeks, the NFL season, the Cardinals are the number 1 in the division right now. And the beautiful part is that we just kind of sit back and relax this week. We just sit back and hope the Patriots beat the Rams, and we just sit back and hopefully hope that the Seahawks beat the 49ers. That's all we can really do, right? I'm excited. I really am. The future is bright. See what the Arizona Cardinals can do moving forward. We got my guy in the chat, Adrian. What's up, buddy? He says, bring back Evan Brown, Kazir White, Buda Baker, and James Conner, and Chad Ryland. That $101 million, although sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, right? It is a lot of money. It really is. But it's not. You also got to worry about the new draft picks that you're bringing in, and you also got to worry about who we decide to bring back, right? So, yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But I agree, Adrian. Evan Brown has been a very solid piece. Very solid piece. Kazir White, no brainer, man. That guy's dynamite. Buda Baker, dynamite. James Conner, and then obviously Chad Ryland. Yeah, I like these. I like these a lot. All right, on this one, this podcast, I want to focus on your guys' questions. So I want to focus on the chat. That's what we're going to do here. So let's bring up KR2 Official. What's up, man? He says, I could see us winning a Super Bowl with Kyler Murray playing under center. Looks more comfortable, and he makes reads quick. And he has too much talent around him. So if he's having a bad night, we can go in the run game. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. With the Arizona Cardinals right now, and this was a big talking point yesterday as well, where people were saying that the Arizona Cardinals need to show consistency throughout the entirety of the season, right? Because we've been an undefeated team, and then we unraveled in the end, right? And we got completely wiped away in the playoffs by the Rams, right? We all remember that. We all know that. But with what this regime is and who this regime is, I don't know. I do have more confidence. I got more confidence that this Arizona Cardinals organization is going to be able to, like, the cultural in this offense is not solely on Kyler. It's not Kyler, go save us, right? That's not what this offense is. This offense is predicated on the run. And of course, Kyler Murray can run the ball, and the play action can definitely help us out. So, in a perfect world, that would be amazing, right? Because we got Kyler Murray under contract until what, 2027, 2028, something like that. So if you can get a Super Bowl under your belt, obviously that would be amazing. That would be great. It's just, we got to see it, right? We got to see it first. But hey, I love the optimism. I love it. What's up, AJ? AJ in the chat says White is like their second foundational piece for the defense. Yeah, White and Buddha, right? Can you agree? Buddha up there, and then Kazir White. Yeah, definitely agree. Lorenzo, what's up, Lorenzo? So when are you thinking about next year, draft and free agency? Me personally, like, I'm not even thinking of next year right now. Like, the only thing I'm thinking of next year right now is who are you bringing back, right? That's the only thing I'm thinking of right now. Like, free agency and draft, I'm not thinking about that right now, personally. I mean, you can, right? You can. There's a lot of good, talented players, but the thing is that, like, if the Cardinals, let's say they go on a playoff run, right? Let's say they win the division, right? You never know where the Cardinals are going to land in the draft. So to me, I don't want to fall too in love with a prospect that I probably most likely know we're not going to get. If you're in the playoffs, I take the playoffs over a top 10 pick any day. Any day. We've been a top 10 pick for a lot of times in the past 10 years, and it really hasn't gotten us anything, right? Now we're starting to see some strides within this Arizona Cardinal organization with their franchise quarterback. To me personally, I feel like I'm not even thinking of the offseason, and I mean obviously free agency as well as the draft until the end of the season. I want to make sure that this Arizona Cardinals organization / team this year has my full undivided attention because they can be very, very good. They really can. They just need to believe. And I know they can believe. Are they going to have a trap game here and there? Maybe, right? Are they going to go undefeated? I don't know. There's some Cardinal fans that feel like we're going to go undefeated coming after the bye. I personally don't think so, but I still do think we might hit double digits, right? I still think we might hit double digits, which is an accomplishment on its own because you're coming off back-to-back 4-win seasons. You know what I mean? Coming back-to-back 4-win seasons. So this right now, with 7 games left, we got 6 wins. Hey man, this is amazing. This is an amazing spot to be in, right? This is an amazing spot to be in. Let's keep it with the chat. Like I said, today we're going to focus on the chat, ladies and gentlemen. This is just mailbag. Let's have a conversation. That's all we're doing today. I really didn't have a big talking point. I didn't really have a big topic to really talk about today. It's a Wednesday on the freaking bye week. You know what I mean? So for what it's worth, ladies and gentlemen, just put your questions on here or talks among other Cardinal fans here in the chat. We're just having a relaxed stream today. KR, what's up, man? He says, bro, ain't no give him 1 or 2 years. Kyler Murray already played half of last season under center. He's been looking good. The reason our offense was looking bad is because we're trying to get Marvin involved too much, forcing. That might be possible. I don't know. I feel like it's a combination of a lot of different things. Like, and I'm probably one of those that probably don't. A lot of people don't agree with me, but I feel like it's a combination of a lot of different things. I think it's the play calling. I think it was maybe forcing too much to Marv. I think the right reads weren't being done. I think that this offense, and Kyler Murray needed to kind of get a little bit more comfortable. But like, it's so not funny, but it's so crazy because like one of the things that we've been seeing, right, in one of those videos that we saw with Kurt Warner coming out with the obviously his take on how Kyler Murray can improve. I think we've seen some major strides. I really do. I think we've seen some major strides in these last 4 weeks with the consistency of the offense and what can be, right? What can be. So in the 8 games we saw last year, Kyler Murray finished off with 3 wins out of the 8, right? I mean, there were some close games here and there, but we also did get beat down. But we also did have a very bad roster last year as well. So like, it's really hard to say it's not one thing. I think it's just a combination of a lot of different things. Now, has the Arizona Cardinal offense been fixed? I think we're trending there. I think we're maybe 85% there. There's still 15% that needs to get a little bit better. And the only reason why I say it needs to get better is because I don't want this Arizona Cardinals organization / team to be complacent. You know what I mean? The complacency is what kills. Keep trying to get better every single day, and I feel like they can get better. But K1 has been playing very well, like lights out. He's been playing very, very well. Big Bird says Darnold is starting to turn into the Darnold we all know and love. That's funny. I mean, yeah, we're playing the Vikings 2 weeks after our bye week. So first we got the Seahawks, and then we got Sam Darnold in the Vikings. I mean, if we can force a turnover or multiple turnovers from Sam Darnold, I get they got weapons galore on that offense with Justin Jefferson Addison, as well as Aaron Jones. They got weapons. TJ Hawkinson, right? Wait, he's not there. Is he there? Yeah, he's there. Where's TJ Hawkinson now? Okay. I'm going to look that up a little later on. But yeah, I could have sworn TJ Hawkinson is in the Vikings still. Yeah, Vikings. Okay, cool. For some reason, okay, so he was with the Lions, right? How am I blanking on this? Okay, yes, he was with the Lions. My God, how did I blank this? Yeah, he was with the Lions, got traded to the Vikings, and then, yeah, good weapon over there. But yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold is not great. That's to put it nicely. Not great. He's shown really, really good talents, right, in the beginning, but you might be right. He might be kind of starting to rear the ugly head of who he is, right? But yeah. Let's keep it with the chat. What's up, Big Red? Big Red says Trey McBride is a beast and plays like a maniac. What do you think his ceiling is? I mean, I think a lot of us have already talked about Trey McBride like potentially being one of the best tight ends in the NFL, right? Let's see, Trey McBride. What is his stats, right? Let's take a look at his stats. I mean, I know he's leading the Arizona Cardinals in terms of yardage for like your pass catchers, right? Right now, he's 49 receptions, 552 yards. The crazy thing is that he's got no touchdowns right now, right? No receiving touchdowns right now, but he's doing very, very good things within the Arizona Cardinals offense. So when you think of the best tight ends right now, obviously you think of, let me see here. Okay, so you think of Kelsey, you think of Kittle. I mean, those might be the top ones, to be honest with you. Those might be the top ones. Trey McBride honestly has a ceiling of potentially even being better than Kittle, to be honest with you. Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, that relationship is nuts. Is nuts. So if I were to really put a ceiling here, I would probably say maybe like top 3. Like seriously, like he could potentially be a top 3 tight end when it's all said and done. Wait. This year. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Because there's been really, really good tight ends. There's been really, really good tight ends in the NFL. I mean, this year. He could be a very, very, very good tight end. Definitely top 3. I mean, Brock Bowers has looked really, really well. But if you look at everybody else, Njoku, Hawkinson, Kincaid hasn't really done very to expectations that people thought he was going to. Mark Andrews has taken a regression. Kyle Pitts, everybody thought Kyle Pitts was going to be this generational talent that hasn't really worked out too well. Ferguson, Goddard, I don't know. I think there is a lot more potential here with Trey McBride. I think he could be very, very good. Very, very good. One of the best tight ends in the NFL. Silver, what's up, Silver? How would he be considered the best tight end in the league if he had more? Yeah, so he would be considered the best tight end in the league if he had more touchdowns. Yeah, 100%. It's super weird. Like when you look at his stats, Kyler Murray did have an opportunity to hit Trey McBride in the end zone. Was it 2-3 games ago when he was like completely wide open, waving his arms around? Get me. It's crazy. Yeah. Right now, statistically, yardage wise, he's killing it, right? But if that translated with touchdowns, you're 100% right. I think people would be respecting him more, 100%. But it just hasn't translated right now. But yeah, agree. Trey McBride is a beast for sure. McBride is already better than Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce. I mean, Mark Andrews, I'll give you that. Travis Kelce, it's really hard for me to say that. Now, in terms of like promise, right? Promise of what he could be longevity-wise, he's obviously going to outlast Kelce, at least hopefully. Fingers crossed, right? Hopefully he's able to stay healthy and continue this run he's doing right now because he's looking pretty darn beastly. I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard for me to say better than Kelce because of the connection between him and Mahomes. Like the amount of touchdowns that you're seeing from Kelce and just the production, right, with putting points up on the board for their offense. It's hard for me to say Kelce. I will give you Andrews. I'll give you Andrews for sure. Russell saying Higgins has been targeted more in the red zone. Elijah Higgins, I think he's got a touchdown, right? He's got a touchdown or two, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Big Bird, what's up, man? People say he's not as good as Kittle because he lacks the touchdowns, but that's because we don't use him in the red zone. Connor is just that cheat code for the punching in the tight. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we are a run-heavy team. It's just what we are. We're a run-heavy team. It's James Conner. That's our forte. That's what we do best, is run the darn ball. 100%. I mean, you're right. If he did have more touchdowns, I think people would be respecting him more. But Cardinal fans, like let's call it like it is here, right? Like national media, well, at least I don't care too much on what they say. Trey McBride is going to be very, very good and is very, very good right now. It's just right now, it's just the touchdowns aren't getting there right now. Also, Marvin Harrison Jr. has been a red zone threat too. McBride just won't get that many targets. Here's the thing. We got weapons, y'all. We got weapons. I mean, we do. We got weapons. And it's no surprise that, that we're here per Kyler Murray, right? It's no surprise to him because although we had people saying that we didn't have a good wide receiving core because of lack of separation, I mean, you just got to put your players in the best position to succeed, right? And that's for the head coach. That's everybody being able to execute what is being called. And kudos to this coaching staff, right? Kudos to this coaching staff because when you start off at 1-3, any Cardinals organization or any Cardinals-led organization prior, this probably could have been a very, very bad season, right? It could have been a very, very bad season. But man, kudos to Jonathan Gannon and what they have created within this culture because they continue to fight, man. They continue to fight. And now we're 6-4. It's still crazy to me. It's still shocking to me that we're 6-4. It's nuts. Top of the division, over $100 million to spend next year. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. What's up, Michael? Michael says, I'm more worried about Dortch. I really like him. I like Dortch too. I thought Greg Dortch was going to be a bigger impact because of what we saw with Greg Dortch the end of last year. It almost felt like Greg Dortch was the best receiver connection with Kyler Murray, right? The whole Michael Wilson only got involved in the last 1 or 2 games. But Greg Dortch has been consistent with Kyler. Not this year. Not this year at all, which is a shock. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see how this is all going to shake out. I love Greg Dortch too. I thought he was going to be a lot more productive, but we're run first, right? We're run first at the end of the day. Run first. Russell, what's up, Russell? Not just targets, but Murray likes to run it. That's fair. Fluffy, what's up, Fluffy? Kyler has always been a franchise QB. I never doubted him. I say playoffs this season for sure. Awesome. Well, Fluffy, that's amazing. No, that's great. That's great. Back your QB. Back your QB. I'm not going to lie to you. There was a little doubts from me. I wanted to see a little bit more consistency, but if one thing I will admit that I was wrong, don't doubt, right? Don't doubt. Let the season play out, and the rest is history from there. So, kudos. Let's keep it with Fluffy. He says, this year we make the playoffs first round or not, we're going to show up. Well, I mean, that's the crazy thing, right? People outside this organization or outside this fan base, that's the best way. People outside this fan base think that the Cardinals are exceeding expectations, right? They think that we were still 1 year away. Look at us now. Now, does it help that the NFC West isn't the best right now? Yes, it does, right? Because if we were 6-4, and let's say, for example, the 49ers were 8 wins in, we would probably be 2, right? 2 or 3, right? Yes, it helps out that the NFC West is the state that it is right now. But you also got to keep in mind, we gave an L to the 49ers. We gave an L to the Rams. So we helped. We helped in that whole matter with them not being so great. So 6-4, bask in the glory. We're not here very often. We got 7 games more coming after the bye week. 2 more Seahawks, 1 more Rams, and 1 more 49ers. And then we got some other teams that hopefully the Cardinals can take advantage of and take down. Because I want to see double digits. It's crazy, too, because 7 more games, 4 more wins will get you double digits. Isn't that nuts? 7 more games left, 4 more wins will get you double digits. That's 10 wins right there. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you look at the schedule, you got the Patriots, you got the Panthers, you got the Sam Darnold-led Vikings, which they're not a bad team, but, I don't believe in Sam Darnold. Then you got 2 Seahawks, right? You got some division matchups at the end. So, I mean, We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Michael, what's up? National media finally coming around. Coming around concerning the Cardinals. Been a while. Yeah, I mean, but you also got to keep in mind too that the national media, they're looking for teams that are always consistently going to get engagement, right? They're always going to get clicks. They're always going to get eyes to view. Imagine talking about the 4-win Cardinals the last 2 years. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to, like, there's no way that Good Morning Football or, NFL Access or whatever other shows are out there right now, they're not going to talk about the four unless it has to deal with when is that coach getting fired, right? Or is the QB not going to work out, right? Those are the only really topics that you have with a 4-win team. So now that you're 6-4, of course, you're at the top of the division. People look at your schedule and say, oh man, they could potentially make a run because of the schedule that they have. It makes sense, right? At one point, I used to be one of those guys that kind of always were like, oh, you got to talk about us more. Honestly, these days, I can care less. It's just it's all talk to me at this moment. Not gonna lie, our offense is really loaded. We got a really good offense. People didn't want to admit it. Michael Wilson is a solid number 2 wide receiver. He really is. Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver 1, obviously. Greg Dortch, dog, right? Trey McBride, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. James Conner, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Like, you can't ignore the fact that the Cardinals have weapons. And then Kyler, right? Kyler Murray. In the beginning of the season, I said Kyler Murray was the best QB. I'm sorry, Kyler Murray was the second best QB in the NFC West in the beginning of the season, right? Because obviously, to me, Super Bowls matter. I had Matthew Stafford, then Kyler, and then Brock Purdy, and then Geno. Now it doesn't seem so bad. Now maybe my prediction will change it, and maybe Kyler will be up there. But we do got to start seeing wins, right? We got to see more wins. We got to start seeing playoff runs. That's what we need to see. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Russell says, if the 49ers win this week, we only will be a half a game ahead. Seahawks is a must win. I mean, yeah, yes, but you also got to look at the 49ers schedule is pretty darn tough. Like, moving forward, let's take a look here real quick. And I know we did this yesterday. We had a whole simulator with who the 49ers are going to play. But like, let's say the 49ers win, right? I think we all can admit that they probably will. Do we want an upset? Yes, we do. But look at the opponents that the 49ers have to play, right? So they got the Seahawks this week. They got the Packers in Lambeau. They got the Bills. They got the Bears, which they got a good defense, but they're kind of slipping. They got the Rams, a divisional matchup. They got the Dolphins. They got the Lions, and then they finish off the season with the Cardinals. So, I mean, I don't think they got an easy schedule to end up the 2024 season. Now, they got some winnable games, but I mean, we also have seen the 49ers lose to the freaking Rams. You know what I mean? When they should have beat the Rams. So, I don't know. Even if the Seahawks lose and the 49ers win, yes, we're only half a game up, but regardless, it's still in our hands. We're still going to be the top dogs leaving this week. And that's just an attribute to the Arizona Cardinals putting themselves in this position. AZ, what's up, AZ? The Rams had Puka and Cup. We could still beat them. Okay. I love the confidence. Love the confidence. Outlaw, what's up, man? Hello, Mike from Austin, Texans. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you for being here. Let's go with Richie. What's up, Richie? We aren't the Cowboys. Nobody is preying on our downfall unless it's in the division. That's fair. Yeah, 100% agree. A lot of people seem to be very happy for us, to be honest with you. It's so funny because like everybody on the NFC West, they're actually happy for us because we never really been a team that was like dominant. So there's not really hate amongst this Arizona Cardinal fan base. People are just kind of happy that we're starting to kind of finally get ahead. So, yeah, 100%. People love to see the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys, and it's hilarious for the Cardinals. There's a lot of fan bases out there that just love to see potential, right? Potential, and seeing us finally hitting our stride. So I love it. Love it. What's up, John Paul? He says Kyler targets are McBride, Wilson / Marvin Harrison Jr., then Dortch. You're saying in order? You're saying in order? That's what you're saying? So you're saying his one option is McBride, second option the Wilson and Marv, and then you're saying Dortch? That's fair. Like how he reads his progressions, you're saying, right? I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Let's take a look here. Let's keep reading some comments. Let's go with Highness. What's up, Highness? I see why Gronk likes the Cards. It's all because of McBride. Also true, us starting out quick, being a force, but we have life and never out of it. But come on, it's McBride. Yeah, I mean McBride is a beast. And yeah, it was kind of cool to see Gronk pick the Cardinals on that one game that nobody picked us. It was pretty awesome there. So yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay, so you're saying McBride's the first read, or at least he's looking for him first. Then the other two wide receivers, and then Dortch. Yeah, I could agree. Yeah, seems like it. Not in the red zone, right? Apparently not in the red zone. But yeah, no, I can agree with that statement. I can agree with that. I mean, play action's working well. I mean, you got to give this offensive line is very, very good. Like it's pretty darn good. Like honestly, like there was a lot of concerns heading into the season about our offensive line. A lot of concerns. But they're actually showing up pretty darn well. Like they really are. They're pretty darn well right now. Now, obviously, I would rather have Will Hernandez there. And we're gonna get Jonah Williams back. But I mean, with who we got in the placeholder, they're not doing bad. They're really not. I mean, I'm excited. I think this defensive line is finally holding up with Fro Holt being obviously the anchor in the middle. Paris at the left. Um, Evan Brown. It's good, man. It's good. I'm excited about this offensive line. All the pieces need to work together. That's factual. All the pieces need to work together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read a couple more, and then we're going to go ahead and close up shop here. We will, FYI, we will be returning back to the 12 o'clock slot next week. Just this week, we needed to kind of adjust because obviously some things in my personal life. But we will be switching back to the 12 o'clock start next week. A couple more. We got Junior saying with Darius and Barron, our defensive line is going to be a force. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, it's so crazy because like, I'm not sure if you guys saw the recent video that I posted, but we gotten so many rookies that have already been a big impact this year, and it's not even funny. Like, how do you get 5+ players that are impactful on your team in a rookie season? Like, it's nuts. So yeah, and that's not even counting Darius, right? And Elijah Jones might come back, but like with Elijah Jones, it might be a little crowded with the rise of Starling Thomas V, Garrett Williams doing really well, and then obviously Max Melton. Elijah Jones might not have a starting spot, but maybe a good depth piece. You know, I won't be mad at it. Uncanny says NFC West champs. Love it, love it. All right, let's end it off here with AJ. What's up, AJ? We're going to have D-Rob and Stills rotating. It's going to be crazy. Stills is a really good pickup. It really is. Very underrated. Last year when we got him, and I believe it was the 4th round or the 5th round, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Something like that. Yeah, but no, he's a good pickup, man. He really is. But that's just our defensive line in general, right? The rotation is what it is. It's the rotation of our defensive line that's keeping a lot of these guys or trying to keep these guys healthy. I want to see what Baron Browning can do. If you guys don't know, I did place a video about his debut. It looked really good. Not statistically, but what he's actually done and the impact that he's actually brought to this defense. If you guys haven't already checked out the video, I already have it on the channel here. I believe it's called like Baron Browning's debut or something like that. We also do got a prediction of the remaining of the schedule. And then the rookie impacts as well. So, man, bye week, but doesn't mean we stop in the content, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more comment. Let's go with Adrian. What's up, Adrian? He says, is it just me or is Jesse not high on the 49ers? He says they hadn't had a valuable win. Maybe those last couple of games, they have a tough schedule. And Jake should be worried he lost to the Fin. I'm telling you, man, I love Jake. But Jake, man, he can convince somebody because of just this man is what did he call himself? Professional talker. My goodness. Mike, I forgot. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like Jesse is very, very high on the 49ers. I think he still thinks the West is attainable, but like he wants Super Bowl, right? There's only so many West Division titles you can rack up. They're looking for the bigger prize. At least the 49er fan base is, and he is looking for the bigger prize. So for us, Cardinal fans, we're playing with house money here, ladies and gentlemen. We shouldn't be here per most people. The Cardinals are 6-4 in the top of the division with a pretty easy schedule coming into the last 7 games. We just got to need to take care of business, obviously, right? Take care of business, and the rest is history from there. Maybe we'll be talking about December football where it's going to be very, very impactful as well. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. B2 and Xavier Thomas will surprise some people. Xavier Thomas has already surprised me, honestly. He's already surprised me. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, y'all. We're going to close up shop. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, we just wanted to have a quick, relaxing, answer questions in the chat. Nothing too crazy. This wasn't really the official podcast that we usually do where we have a topic and we just go on a tangent, but it's the bye week. We're sitting on a Wednesday. I wanted to go ahead and at least do a live stream to communicate with you guys. I know there's a lot of people out there that love to kind of have the conversation with people here in the chat. So I appreciate you guys for being here. We're going to be closing up shop. Do me a huge favor. We got 27 likes right now. Smack up that like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you like these live streams and want to continue these live streams, smack up the like button. Yes, it's the bye week. There's not really a lot of news going on, but once we hit next week, we're all getting ready for the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm super, super excited about potentially being 7-4. We'll have to kind of wait and see how that shakes out. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cardinals.